Hey, it's Rich back with you for another video. Today we're with a Conquest II. It's really a great airplane that was built back in the 70s, early 80s, and a lot of performance, fuel efficiency, a real beast of an airplane. I think 750 horsepower side on these Garrett engines. One of our customers has it. He's based with us. He's made some upgrades, and he wanted to go out and shoot some approaches, so I'm going to go with him and take you along for the ride.
Okay, prop is clear.
Charlie left the road, approve runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 26 left, 9 Charlie. Okay, 8 bites. Camera and action.
Runway tower, Cessna 5301 hotel, holding short 26 left at left turn at the river. Cessna 5301 south, Long Beach start, stand by 1. 5301 hotel. Number 905 Delta, traffic you're following is a Cessna over Signal Hill, currently number 3. Looking for traffic at site, Tampa. Thank you.
Engine instruments are good, airspeed's alive.
Let me start, get the eyes on that Mylar balloon over there.
And rotate.
Where is it? Silver by Charlie, by Delta 3.
Positive rate, gear coming up.
About 50 feet up. You said Delta 3, I don't see anything by Delta 3.
Gear up and locked.
On Charlie, it's right underneath that cop car right there. I'm still looking. Number 4 Charlie Victor, turn cross now.
Turn cross at 4 Charlie Victor.
Number 9 Charlie Charlie, traffic ahead of you is turning south now.
9 Charlie Charlie, roger that. Get him right there. Yeah, I see him.
Romeo,
Traffic. I'm going to turn inside of him.
Incorporated Romeo, let me Charlie, full stop.
He's probably staying at 1,000.
Yes, full stop, Romeo. Alright, Romeo, runway 30 for the line, hold short, runway 26 right for traffic.
Yep, he's underneath us now.
Clear to land, hold short, 26 right, Romeo. Cessna 431, make 1 right 360 back to the 45 entry. 1 right 364 1. Thank you. First previous command, base approved, runway 26 left, clear for the option.
Okay, so we just climbed off at Long Beach in this Conquest II. I'm with Rob Ryan, the owner of the airplane. Got to know each other a year and a half ago or so with the sale of your Saratoga. And so we're going to shoot some approaches, but before we do that, we're going to talk a little bit about the airplane and your experience with it. Obviously, the big question I have is how was the transition from a Saratoga to a Conquest II?
It was very, very challenging. Particularly, I had flown the Saratoga. I bought it in 2001 and flew it until I bought this in February of 2020. Yeah, 2020.
36 ident.
And I had not had any multi-engine time since 1987, and I had 0 turbine time, and so the requirements of my insurance were pretty robust with respect to the training I had to do. So I did that at SimCom, and then with a flight instructor, and then I had to fly a bunch of hours alone in the airplane before I could take passengers. I've got about 150 hours in it, and I'm more comfortable than I was, but yeah, still every flight I learn.
How about, how did you come to a Conquest II?
7646 also.
My first choice was actually the Cheyenne 400 LS because it's so fast and it's so long range, but they only built like 45 of them and I was concerned about parts.
Yeah.
And so I wanted an airplane with long legs. We've got an office in Boulder, we've got an office in Tampa, and so I wanted an airplane that could get me to those places with either no fuel stops or one fuel stop. And I'm not financially in a position to afford a jet that can do that. And so,
Yeah. The 3143 Yankees with you, 2200.
And was the step up as big as like you thought it would be when you did it, or did it go a little smoother?
It was every bit as big of a step up as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
So much to learn, and everything happens so much faster.
Yeah. And you had the Cheyenne 400. You got this airplane probably because of popularity, commonality, Cessna support on the twins, be better than Piper on a kind of a one-off airplane like the Cheyenne 400.
Yeah.
So how has this airplane been in terms of meeting your expectation, performance, that type of thing?
For performance, it's been great. It's done everything I've asked it to do in terms of I true 300 knots when I'm flying at 270, 280,
Charlie traffic,
which is
3 miles maneuvering. The type unknown altitude indicates 3,000.
Okay, we're going to keep turning left then, Niner Charlie.
I think I got him in sight. So 300 knots, 28, 27.
Yeah, because it does not have RVSM, so I'm limited to 29 or 280 just by the
RVSM
FARs,
limitation.
Yeah. Yep.
And fuel burn at 300 knots at 28?
About 75 gallons an hour.
It's unbelievable.
500 pounds an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then the last question is, these avionics, you did all this, didn't you?
I did the 2 Avydine units here, the audio panel, and the 2 transponders. The primary flight displays were in the airplane before when I bought it.
Okay. And have you been pretty happy with the Avydine stuff?
I spent 19 years flying GNS, Garmin stuff, GNS 430 that I had in my Saratoga. So they're very different. I got these because
Number 9 Charlie traffic's currently your 8 o'clock and 2 miles south of altitude 2,800.
Okay, 9 Charlie, we will be looking. It's very different. I wanted something that you could enter Victor Airways, Jet Airways and stuff without having to put all the waypoints in. And this was the most economical solution I could find.
Yeah. Everybody I've talked to that has Avydine is happy with it. So Garmin's obviously the standard, but doesn't mean there aren't other brands that are, that are good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we're going to do some approaches. We're going to do start off with an RNAV GPS into 30 at Long Beach, and then we're going to do DOR Alpha over at Fullerton, and then maybe an ILS back in here. So we'll get to see this stuff in some good use here.
Yeah, I look forward to it. Obviously, as we've talked about, because the airplane was down for quite a while, I didn't have a chance to fly it as much as I wanted to over the previous 6 months, and so my instrument currency will run out at the end of August, and so you were kind enough to say that you would be in the right seat as my safety pilot, and I much appreciate that. And just so people who may watch this want to know, Rich also did sell my Saratoga for me, and did a great job, got me a good price, got me more than I thought I actually would get. So it's been a really good relationship.
Yeah, and Rob's based with us and keeps his airplane in our hangar and operates out of there. So it's been it's good. And I love flying different airplanes, obviously, and it's been a while since I've been in a Conquest II, so I'm looking forward to this.
9 Charlie, turn left heading 010.
Left turn 010, 9 Charlie.
Uniform zero, device and next control, you get the weather, contact approach 127.2. 27.2, sir, 6 km. 9 Charlie, continue left turn heading 330, intercept delocalized.
330, and that's for actually the RNAV.
9 Charlie, roger that. 330 to intercept the final RNAV.
Intercept the final on heading 330, 9 Charlie, Wilco.
2 X-ray, contact Long Beach, turn 19.4. 19-4 Long Beach Tower, 32 X-ray. SoCal 0773 Charlie Victor is...
Needles alive.
773 Charlie Victor.
Glide slope.
Roger, right, Dan. How do you plan to make it to Bravo?
Dan, we're headed straight to Elmo intersection, and then we'll remain north of the last Bravo.
773 Charlie Victor, Roger, VFR climb.
It's been a while since I've worn the foggles. Usually I do my recurrence in the sim
VFR climb is approved.
and stay active, so I haven't worn foggles in a while.
Nice, Charlie, you're about 7 miles from Gunny. Maintain VFR, practice approach approved, no separation services provided.
Practice approach approved and VFR, Charlie. Okay, captured.
Charlie Victor, we may not tell the Bravo airspace, go ahead and contact approach 124.9er.
24.9er, we'll go, 3 Charlie Victor.
Where's 9 Charlie, contact Long Beach Tower, 119.4.
119.4, 9er Charlie, see you in a minute.
Alright, bro, continue runway heading, televised, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
We'll continue runway heading and 26 left, clear for takeoff, 646 Charlie Bravo.
Long Beach Tower, Conquest 779 Charlie. We are 4.5 outside of Gunny, inbound on the RNAV 30 for a VFR missed.
779 Charlie, I'm short. Continue on the approach, I'll call return to the south.
Continue on the approach, you'll call return, 9 Charlie.
4 for Victor, base turn approved down, runway 26 left, clear line.
4 for Victor.
Center 4 Charlie Victor, extend your downwind call base.
Step down when you'll call my base for Charlie Victor.
Three greens.
Come down, Charlie, turn left southbound now for traffic.
Turn left southbound, 9 Charlie.
Charlie, thank you, connect SoCal approach 125.35.
Going to approach, 9 Charlie.
Charlie Victor, turn your base, runway 26 left, clear for the option.
26 left, clear for the option, 4 Charlie Victor.
Number 330, just confirm, extend down on a call base.
Roger, we're extending downwind, you'll call my base, 220.
Number 6 Charlie Bravo, continue down with the next controller, we'll call your base, contact the tower now 120.5 for runway 26, right?
VOR, and switch to tower, 73 Delta Golf.
Ford Tower, Conquest 779 Charlie, practice VOR approach with the VFR missed, inbound.
Oh, 779 Charlie, Fulton Tower, report to missed approach south of the airport for traffic. And what's your destination after the mist?
We want to go to Seal Beach and execute the published hold.
Roger, Conquest 9 Charlie, traffic 1 o'clock, 3 miles southbound of Cessna 1000. Report to missed approach for the hold.
9 Charlie.
Yeah, I got the traffic in sight.
And traffic in sight, 9 Charlie. Okay. Speed is good, gear is down, condition, flaps. And we're not quite to B-wall. Okay, now we're at B-wall, so down to 76,
altitude.
Okay, give me a turn a ways away from before we get to Fuller.
You're about Charlie, you can report the missed approach at minimum so you can go over the runway.
Was that for 9 Charlie? Sorry.
Yeah, you can report the missed at minimum 9 Charlie.
Roger that, 9 Charlie, thank you.
About a mile.
And we can go down to 760.
And he's going to let you do the mist right over the field.
That's what he said, yeah.
About a mile.
Okay, so 760 is the MDA.
There's the field. They're our center of the field.
Turn right?
Yep. Right turn's clear.
9 Charlie, we're going mist.
With 9 Charlie, you can execute the public missed approach in VFR conditions. And as you turn southbound, that previous Cessna traffic's 3 miles south of your position. He'll be going northbound currently at 2,000 feet.
And we're looking 9 Charlie.
Charlie, connect SoCal approach 125.35. Let me know you're looking for that traffic. He's turning northbound towards Almani at this time.
we can go around like one more time and then do the ILS at Long Beach and call it a day.
Nice.
I truly appreciate you doing this with me.
Yeah, no problem. I like learning, you know, I haven't had a lot of exposure to these. I'm kind of following along. There's a few things that I don't exactly have with this package, but, I mean, you know, they're all, to some degree, standardized. They might do it a little bit differently, but there's a lot of standard stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, after having Garmin for 20 years, it's kind of it's kind of hard to switch gears, you know.
Believe me. And even on this, it had two GNS 530s when I bought it.
Yeah. Autopilot seemed to be pretty capable.
Yeah, just that one ILS, it wanted to wander a bit, I thought.
Yeah.
But you know, it's the top of the line S-Tech is the 3100. This is the 2100.
Okay. Wonder what the big difference is.
The only one I know for a fact is like if you're, you know, you lose your situational awareness because you're in a cloud, you know, thunderstorm, and you're going all over the place, and you wind up in one of those death spirals.
Oh, it doesn't have a level mode.
All you have to do on that one is hit, you know, level, and it'll put the nose to the horizon and level the wings.
And this has yaw damper too, doesn't it?
It does, but it needs to be fixed. I don't know if you had your feet on the pedals when I had that on.
Oh, it was woodland.
But it goes
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't notice it.
Yeah, so Avydine is telling me, well, it's just something between the contact between here and here, they think.
How's the support from Avydine been?
It's been okay.
Yeah.
I had problems with them when it was in Florida, but then they finally got their crap together.
Yeah.
137, come back to 6 left, clear for the option.
Clear for option 387, come back. 137, Oscar 10.
Oscar 10, thank you.
Come on.
Number 9, Charlie, left to right next taxiway, safe park.
Left on Golf going to OCR 9, Charlie.
All right, we're back here in Long Beach with the Conquest II. Rob has had a pretty interesting transition from a Saratoga to an airplane like this, and he's doing it, and based on the flying we just did, he's doing a pretty good job. He came from Garmin Avionics, goes to Avydine. You know, they're similar but different. A lot of the buttons and switchology is different, but he's doing a nice job. A really magnificent airplane in my opinion. What it does, stable, fuel efficient, fast, and you can really put money into these airplanes, and I think they hold their value, especially now with the way the market is. So we'll try to do another video and go on a flight in this airplane and take it from point A to point B, and that'll give you a better idea of it. But it's a great airplane. Rob's been a good customer, and glad we got to expose this airplane a little bit. Thanks for watching.